Hello, everyone, and welcome to 1 Week Reviews. I'm Tower, and this week we're going to be reviewing Doom Eternal. I'm here today with Brimstorm, Louie the Frog, and Griff. And we've been playing this for a week. We're going to be giving our opinions on it, and at the end of the video, as usual, we will be giving it a community rating. So, first of all, though, I'm going to go ahead and have everyone introduce themselves. So, Brimstorm.
I'm Brimstorm. Stream on Twitch. I've got a YouTube channel, same stuff, and been part of the community for a few months now, and that's about it.
All right, Louie.
I'm with the community for maybe 2 years or not. I have no idea. And not really much. You guys maybe can see me on and off on the stream or Discord.
All right. Griff?
I'm Fun Griff. Got dragged in by a friend. What was it, 3 years ago now?
3 years.
Been kicking around on and off ever since.
Never escaped.
You think we can escape?
No.
No.
No one can escape this glory. That includes you, viewers, so drop a like and comment. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, first off, we always start off by going off with everyone's pros and cons of the game. So to keep things clean, I'm going to start off with, I keep wanting to say Umbra. Brimstorm, what are your pros and cons for Doom Eternal?
Okay, my pros list. The music on this game is great. I love the music. I love the collectibles. The cat just trying to get on my lap right now, making a mess. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't go into it, but there's a lot of options for disabled gamers in here to move their... Like, there's colorblind options, there's options for your movement, your controller, you can remap a lot of stuff in this game. I really like that, because that's something a lot of games don't take the time to do.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that. Love collectibles. Love getting collectibles in games. I'm one of those that loves GTA game. I will collect everything in a GTA game, and this was no different. I tried to collect everything I could find. Now, the cons is I hate first-person platforming so much. That is like my downfall. It immediately got a half score for me just because it had first-person platforming in it. I was on stream, and it took me probably 15 minutes to do one puzzle jump that was so easy, but it just... For first-person platforming, the controls don't work for that. It's so aggravating to deal with. Glory kills. Everybody probably loved them. I was bored with them within the 15-20 minutes. I was done. I wish they'd been like an optional thing you could do, like a finisher kind of thing in Halo, where you didn't do it. You just done it when you felt like it. I did not like having to do it to get my health back every time I got shot. It was annoying for me. No co-op story mode. I thought there should have been some co-op in here if you wanted to play. I think they had co-op on the Super Nintendo version of Doom way back in the day. And I had a lot of issues with crashing and controller use. And like my game, it took me 30 minutes to launch Doom the first time I actually tried to play it. I don't know if that's actually Doom or the Xbox Game Pass app, because it does have issues with some things not working right. And my controller, I don't know if it was the Xbox app or the actual game, because everything else my controller works fine on. This game, it was double dashing. If I press the dash, sometimes it would dash behind me when I'm pushing forwards. I play with the controller. I think all y'all play with mouse and keyboard, so probably a whole different scheme there. But yeah, I was frustrated by the time, probably within the first 30 minutes, I was like, why am I playing this? It was just so bad. But yeah, that's my pros and cons.
All right, fair enough. Louis.
All right, pros. I have to go with Brimstone with Dell. I'm already a metal fan, and this music is so good. the composer, I really remember the name right now, but he done a really good job with the game, with the music of the game. All right. For the controls, I usually use the mouse and keyboard for any kind of FPS. I do believe that is what they are made for. And well, for those who are not that not do not play that much type of FPSs or not do not play FPSs which more of this old school type hardness, it can be a bit too much. You have maybe too much or around years, but you just need an hour or two to get used to it or something. My biggest problem was uh, like this. How I seen it, game is really forces you to play one style of game, and it has their own primary loop. Go in there, damage the demon, get the glory kill, so you get your health. Use your flame belcher so you can get some armor and all of that kind of stuff.
All right.
I can understand that, but that feels a bit. What is it called?
Forced.
Something like that. It's like they forces you into that game. Don't get me wrong. When you get down to it, and when you are playing it like the game, like the developers think you are need to playing this game, you literally feel like the Bloody Slayer.
Yeah.
But sometimes sometimes you be I also wanted to try out some other ways to get to the game, but maybe there is, but I feel like that is the most optional way to play this game, and you do not have any other ways to do it.
All right.
Another thing, I cannot say nothing bad for the graphics. They are beautiful, and they are worked really well. Especially, I do not have a state-of-the-art reactor worker PC, but it still run really smoothly for me.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I think that's all I can say for now.
All right. Thank you,
Unless I
Lou.
have something better later.
All right. Griff. Pros and cons.
Oh, pro as far as like Brimstorm, I like getting all the collectibles, and one issue I had with Doom, unless they've changed it or I'm not remembering right, was if you went past an area, you couldn't go back sometimes. Whereas with Doom Eternal, you've got the option to fast travel back in the map to go get something you missed, which I really like because it just bugs me if I'm missing that one item and I know where it is. Only other thing which hasn't really been brought up yet was I was having some issue with the glory kills properly initiating. Like if there were any other demons nearby, sometimes it would not initiate the glory kill.
Like it would punch one of the other guys instead of actually doing the glory kill.
Yep.
I had that happen a bunch. It was driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Alright.
It was just when I was playing it, I just was not up to dealing with that right then.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. As far as the gameplay loop, though, like once you get farther in, you do get a few more options with the different Sentinel Crystal upgrades that you can do, but it does feel like really it's meant to be played with that single gameplay loop.
Yeah.
which having a bit of variety in that would have been nice.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all your pros and cons?
That's about everything that wasn't already said.
All right. I'm gonna go through mine really quick. I know this has already been said, but I'm gonna say it again. Music. Like, I'm not even a heavy metal fan. The music was amazing. Like, I like some metal, but this was like every moment, every time I got into combat and the music was like going, it was fantastic. So there's that. The gunplay felt really good to me. Death was fast. So like, there's so many games where like you die and then you have to sit for like half a year on a loading screen and just wait and wait and wait. Doom, at least for me when I was running it, it didn't take long when I died for me to get right back into the action. Or like if I fell to fall damage, it just put me back up and I didn't actually die unless I fell a certain amount of time with the platforming. Which is good because I suck at platforming. So that was useful to me. As Umbra was saying, the key mappings, even on controller, you could like change your keybinds, which is nice because normally with the games on PC, they're like, well, you can plug in a controller if they have that option, or you can keybind mouse and keyboard. This one was like, you can keybind controller. I was like, that's pretty neat. Where is it? Oh, the no-cost battle pass was kind of nice. I mean, it was nice, but it also felt kind of out of place. I don't know. Like, I've never played a Doom game before, but this didn't feel like it fit with the rest of the game. In my opinion, but I did think it was nice that it was no cost. It was just a thing they updated every so often. The system where you could set 2 friends, and whenever they gained XP, you gained XP off of them was really cool. The boost system, I liked that. And then the unlockables, as you guys were saying, was really cool. How many unlockables there were, little things you could find, the toys. The cheats, having the cheats be unlockables was really cool. You actually found like the floppy disk and like your guy picks it up and then it's like, you can progress with cheats. Awesome. Cool. That kind of, yeah, it had an old school vibe for me. Now as for cons, I'm kind of curious if any of you guys had this problem. Every time I launched the game, the mouse would bug out on my computer, and I couldn't click on anything for 26 seconds.
I did have a similar issue where I forgot to mention in my cons that whenever you launch the game with the controller, you can't tab out. You have to use the middle. I use the Xbox controller. You have to push the Xbox home button, I guess what it is.
Yeah.
To actually be able to use your mouse again to like scroll. I was trying to find something, a little option like how do I get this little thing right here, a little cheat guide because I couldn't figure out the puzzle.
Yeah.
I had to look it up on my phone because it took me like 15 minutes to figure out how I could actually scroll out to see that. It would let me like minimize or whatever search.
Yeah, no.
It had priority.
Yeah. And that was an obnoxious bug, and then like what you're saying, that would drive me nuts. Louis or Griff, did you have that issue at all, or no?
I never noticed it, at least.
Okay.
The issue you were having, Brimstorm, I do think that was probably an Xbox Pass deal.
Yeah. That sounds like an Xbox thing.
Yeah.
Alright. So next up, multiplayer, as much as I'm happy it exists, and I had a lot of fun like the day that I was playing with Umbra and Louis. Like, I had an absolute blast, and then I had a day where I was playing with just Louis, and we were versing this random guy, and it was awesome. It's fun, but it needs more. Like, you can't customize your loadouts. You can choose between this loadout or this loadout. You can't, like, customize your Slayer. You can customize them appearance-wise, but not actual, like, you know, which upgrades is he using and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's just, like, I feel like it's 50% of a really good time. I'm happy it's there, but I don't think it's good enough to warrant, like, because I had fun, but only because I was playing with you guys. I tried to play it solo, and I was just like, I'm bored out of my mind. Like, there's... Single player, like you guys were saying with the... Oh, what's that?
I wanted to put in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Can literally feel because the last Doom game, the 2020, the last Doom game, which had a more traditional multiplayer, and it flopped.
Yeah.
Really hard.
So
you
it
can
was
feel
worse
them. They
than
are
this.
trying to do something else.
Yeah.
It was much worse.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like...
I feel that they are trying to do something new, and they are trying to make it better. And let me tell you, for asymmetric multiplayers, this one of the better ones which I ever played.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so I guess that wouldn't necessarily just be a con. It's like both a pro and a con, because I'm happy it exists, but I feel like here is its potential. Here is where it is. It just needs a little boost. Single player, like, I love single player, but I can't play it for more than 2 hours, which might not be a big deal to most people, but for me, I'm the type of person that, like, I sit down, I play the game for like 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes. That's how I am. And it felt like at hour 2, because you were forced to do combat in certain ways, even with certain abilities, like, it still kind of forced me to do combat in certain ways. Like, it's like I had the sniper module for the one gun, or whatever, or I could go fully, or I could use, like, my multiple fully automatic weapons. Like, I felt no reason to use the sniper, because when I did, unless I was fighting the guys that had the weak spots that were like the floating turrets or whatever. Yeah, the weak points. Other than those guys, I never used the scope, ever. Like, that was the only reason to use it, because if you used it on the guys that you could one-hit KO, you were actually robbing yourself of health.
Yep.
That is true.
So it's like, I guess I just won't use this.
Yeah.
I'll just charge in every time, which for me was great, but at the same time, because I could only do that realistically on the difficulty I was playing on, it was a problem.
Yeah.
I already covered that one. You can't customize your loadouts in multiplayer. That's really the only downsides I have for this game. I thought overall it was quite fantastic. Alright, so with us giving our pros and cons, next we're going to move on to all of us get to ask everyone in the group one question, and then everyone has to answer the question in regards to the game or experience or something of that nature. So Umbra, I'm going to start with you. Go ahead. What is your question?
Okay. This is very easy. What was your favorite weapon out of the game? Because there's a lot of different weapons to choose from. I prefer just the regular shotgun because it had the first shotgun you get has the grenade lob, I guess what you would call it. I liked that. No, just the regular shotgun itself. It was pretty simple and easy to take care of everything with it.
All right. Louis?
Yeah. Honestly, every weapon has their uses in the game. But if I need to choose a favorite, I mean, you cannot get all the super shotgun, especially with the.
That thing.
Plus, if after you master it, it sets people on fire when you hook them. So there's that.
Alright.
It
Griff?
gives you mobility and yeah.
Alright, Griff?
Yeah. With the combat shotgun, I do feel like they kind of meant that to be the bread and butter, and I think they did it well with the grenade lob for it. Super shotgun having the ability to light things on fire once you've mastered it, also very useful for getting armor.
You're really not sure on this one, huh?
Yeah, because like there were a couple which I liked more than the others, but there wasn't any one which was like, this is the weapon I love. Because they were just all good, all useful in their specific situations. And yeah, just with the two shotguns, it's like, yeah, I like how they did those.
Okay. Alright. For me, it was... I might be calling it the wrong name, but the Gatling gun? Was it actually called the Gatling gun? It was the giant chain gun?
Chain gun.
The chain gun? Oh my god, when I picked that up,
I do believe it is called chain gun.
Is it chain gun? Yeah. Yeah, that thing, that is so up my alley. So up my alley. And I had my ammo upgrades up 3. So I could just sit there and...
Yeah.
I did that because like I got sick of using the flames all the time, and I kept saving my grenades for the not beholders. And so I loved that thing. That thing was an absolute blast, especially once I got the shield on it on top of that. Like, I loved all of the guns, which is very rare for me, because normally I'm the type of person in a game that, like, I find a niche and I really just stick with that kind of niche that I find.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily find a niche, but chain guns are always a good time for me. And it felt weighted. Like, as a comparison, I like guns in FPSs where I shoot the gun, and just based on the aesthetic and the sound and like if there's like vibration to it or anything like that, you feel like you're using this gun. When I shot that gun, I felt like it's like, okay, I am shooting a chain gun. My speakers are going boom, 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 boom. Every bullet that's flying out. Like, that's such good design. So that'd be my answer to that question. All right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can say it in general that all of the guns are really well made.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I like the super shotgun is because I'm a ridiculously love boomer shooters.
Yeah.
And and in modern games I'm literally thirsting for a shotgun, any kind of shotgun.
Yeah. All right.
But all of them, feels right. I mean, I felt like my speakers are going to blow off sometimes when I use any of the guns.
Yeah.
They'll still punch it.
I started playing one morning because I'm moved into the bedroom because we're getting ready to move, and the bed's literally like right there. I could reach it. It was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and Moon had this week off, and I started playing Doom. And I was using the chain gun, and she wakes up and she looks over at me, and I just see this glare. I'm just like, that's fair. That's fair. She's just like, it's like, it was like what, 8, 9 in the morning, like, and like, she's just glaring at. It's like, what? Like, I gotta work here. We're doing a review. I'm gonna be moving boxes in 3 hours. I wanted to put a good amount of hours into this game, but yeah, so the guns are fantastic. But yeah, Louis, your question to the group.
All right. Which one was your guys' favorite level?
All right, Umbra, go first.
For me, it was the cultist base.
Cultist base.
Yeah, I really like that industrial occultist look of the whole place, and that is the place where you get the but also that is the I feel like that is the part in the game when you get your horse slayer, where you get all the tools which you need in the game. That is when the game really starts to work.
Yeah. Alright. Umbra?
I appreciated the very first level. That was my favorite out of all of them. No dash. I didn't have a lot of jumping puzzles, and I could actually enjoy the shooting aspect of the game the most. That was my favorite level out of the whole bunch. Once you got into the jumping FPS movement, I was over. That was it.
Fair. Alright, Griff?
Acceptable.
Originally, I had played this back when it came out, and for the review, I went back and started from the beginning, and that first level, I just felt so slow not having the dash. It's like, I feel like I should be moving faster, but I can't.
It's like one of those dreams where you're just kind of like stuck in slow-mo.
Yeah.
I hate those. But, you got a favorite level?
I'm just pulling up the names of them. Sentinel. I liked the missions that were on Exultia, I believe it was.
Okay.
Just because it helps give the feeling of the deeper universe and the deeper history that they were doing with the story, and story is definitely something which is a big pull for me.
For me, I don't know if this necessarily counts as a level, but any time I found a silver key, and I teleported into those the Doomslayer Gate levels, I was having the best time. No jump puzzles, just me, a horde of demons, and amazing music. Just it was so good.
So your favorite part were the Slayer gates.
In regards to because if I had to choose like a level per se, it'd probably be that. Though if it wasn't that, because that is kind of a cop out, it'd probably be, I don't know the name of the level, but it's the one when you fight the floating horn dude on the platform. He's got like a shield for the first time. He's like the guardian of one of the priests, the second priest.
Yeah.
See, I haven't played a Doom game before, so there was.
I think that's also the cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the one that.
That is where you get the
super shotgun.
Slayer. What is it called? Yeah, but what is the boss called?
I can't remember. It's like Slayer Hunter or something. You have to kill it like multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, and it was actually really good that you had to, because I killed it the first time real easy, because I had like full ammo on my my energy weapon. So just pulled that out, took out its shield, took out the gun, like, and wiped it, and like executed it. I was like, that was way too easy. And then the music's still going, and I'm like, wait a minute. The music's still going. And like it just kept going and going and going. Like that whole fight was solid, and then ended with a really cool cutscene of like, you know, and it really kind of shows you, especially for someone who doesn't know the lore of this world or anything about Doom other than demons are bad, because obviously is you know, like the cultist, the prophet, or whatever you want to call him, is trying to like reason with you. Like at the end, he's like, "Oh, I could give you all this power and this and that," and the Doom guy's just like, "Nah." Like, nah. It really kind of shows you more of the character, because you don't hesitate for a second. He's just, nope. Like that whole segment was just solid. So yeah, the cultist base, that was probably my favorite one. For sure. All right, Griff, your question for the group.
What was your favorite boss fight?
Alright, Umbra?
Favorite boss fight was probably the one you just mentioned. I like having the multiple layers of, you've got to knock off this shield, and then you've got to take out the sled, and then you've got to kill the boss, and then, oh wait, it's not over, here we go again. I had trouble with that boss fight because I kept running out of ammo and stuff, but that was more my wrongdoing than the game's wrongdoing. I kept forgetting I need to hit this guy with this, and I need to grenade this guy and stuff like that. But the boss fight itself was really fun.
Okay.
I liked it.
Cool. Louis?
Well, this is maybe a bit controversial. Doesn't matter. So, what I wanted to say, the first time when you're fighting the Slayer. No, not the Slayer, the Marauder. The Marauder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, like the Doom Slayer? I didn't beat the game, but that's kind of cool.
No, I meant the Marauder.
Okay.
He's really hard, but as soon as you get down how it works, then it will go so well.
Yeah. Alright. Griff, did you want to say yours were answered, or?
Doom Hunter, I definitely liked the how they used that to introduce him, especially with you running into multiple later on.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's part of Doom that I like too is, oh yeah, here's a boss. 2 levels later, oh yeah, you're just fighting 2 of these in addition to everything else.
Yeah. So.
But,
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah. The Marauder, though, that was just so frustrating for me. I'd say my favorite boss was the Gladiator.
Alright.
From farther on, just because I don't know what it was about it, but it's like you've got all this stuff. Like, yes, you've fought the Baron of Hell at this point, I do believe. But now it's just, oh yeah, here's just a gladiator demon with a shield and a flail.
I don't think I got that far, but that sounds fun.
Yeah, and it's just It's straight up a gladiator arena fight.
See, I tried so hard to beat this game in 1 week. I tried so hard, and I just like I said, I put 26 hours in, and I couldn't do it in 1 week. But I was like, oh my god, it's so good.
Well, it is a long game.
At some point, I'm gonna go back and finish it. When I find the time between the move and other reviews and everything else. But
Yeah. It's definitely doable in a week, but
you can't.
If you're coming in fresh, you have to learn the gameplay loop and get that down. And that was something I was definitely having trouble with coming back after so long. I had to get that back down, and that took some effort and a couple hours just to refresh it.
I had the problem of I didn't realize the fire thing, because as many of you know, I'm notorious for not paying attention to tutorials. I like to bang my head into a wall until I figure something out. The only reason I realized the armor fire thing was because I was talking to Louis one day, and he was like, oh yeah, well I'm using my flamethrower to make or the flamethrower or whatever. It was when we were playing multiplayer the first time. And he was talking about he was the Slayer. Or no, so it was the second time. He was the Slayer, and he was talking about using the flamethrower to regenerate his armor or something. And I was like, what is he talking about? So that entire time, I wasn't getting armor at all. Like, unless I picked it up randomly, I had no armor at all. And like, it was just one of those moments where it was like, so that took me a decent amount of time. And then also like the collectibles. Like, once I realized how intensive the collectibles were, I was like, I went full Skylanders mode, where I started checking like every little nook and cranny. Oh, there's a slight ledge here. Let me look over the ledge and find the slight thing on the ledge, and like everything else. It was just, you know, it was fun. All right, but here is my question for you guys. Oh wait, no, Griff, you just asked. Yes, okay, everyone answered. Yeah, okay, okay. So, oh wait, no, did I answer? Yeah. For me, favorite boss was the Slayer as well, but I kind of already said that before. So, yeah. All right. My question for you guys: favorite bad guy, not necessarily a boss, but like favorite bad guy in the game, or not necessarily even a bad guy, but like an obstacle. Like, which thing like felt the most fulfilling when you defeated it, I guess I should say, or dodged it, survived it, jumped over it, like what have you. What? Yeah.
You mean like favorite enemy?
Yeah, like favorite enemy. Like, not necessarily living either. Like, it could be a trap or something, or gravity, you know? Like, I'll start with Umbra.
I don't know what they're called. They look like a lamia snake person type thing.
Okay.
I like them. I forget what the name of them are, but I liked their movement, and it was really... When I first met them, I was like, I don't know how to deal with this. I kept hitting them with everything. And I was like, after I got used to their pattern, it's like, this is very satisfying to finally be able to take you down after banging my head up against you for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Whiplashes for you.
They just made me think of the snake guys from XCOM 2, which brought back so many flashbacks. Ugh, XCOM 2.
Snake guys.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called.
I know, but if I remember correctly, there are snake ladies, which are sometimes worse.
Yeah, the snakes.
with the internet and all, but doesn't matter. Technically, that demon is also a lady.
Oh. All right, so Louis, on to you. Favorite enemy or inanimate object that would kill you, or force of nature?
Well, I would say the dopey fish, but that's just one thing. A favorite type of enemy. what are they called? The giant one-eyeballed red things.
The
Cacodemons?
Yeah.
Yep, those.
Mm-hmm.
cool.
They are they. If you are not looking at the, if you are not single, they can wreck you.
Mm-hmm.
But put a grenade down on the gutted. They have that Looney Tunes type
Yeah.
sound, and immediately kill them.
Yep.
As soon as
Most likely because only that is the only reason I like them.
as soon as I could, I got the second charge of the grenade, just because of them, because I felt like I couldn't use my grenade ever until I had a second grenade, unless it was in one of their mouths. All right, Griff.
Well, if we're talking the favorite one to overcome, that was definitely the Marauder, because that took me far too long.
Fair.
Finally, I'm done.
Alright. Yeah, the Marauder was like, I remember when I first encountered it, I was kind of like, oh my god, am I going to be able to, because I started on, it wasn't the first difficulty or the second difficulty, I think it was the third difficulty, and I encountered it, and I still wasn't using armor or anything. And I was just kind of like, is this, like, how am I going to beat this game? Like, it's so fun, but how am I going to beat this? And then I finally figured out, was like, oh, duh. Good job, Tower. Use that brain. Use that brain.
Yeah, one thing you have to put down with the enemies. I do believe you can disable it inside the options, but they immediately show you all of the weak points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that is a good or a bad thing. Good thing good thing because they immediately tell you, hey, this is how you defeat this guy. But immediately with bosses too.
Yeah.
But and again, you do not got that satisfying moment.
Yeah. That's why, and I think that's a big part of why, for me, my favorite thing that I overcome enemy-wise isn't something that was living. It was a very specific jump puzzle. I think it's on the mission when you're going to the facility to meet up with the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a jump puzzle where literally you start up like on a platform, and then there's just a floating engine carrying a wall, basically. And then another one, and then another one over here. And then you have to jump up, you have to like jump from here to here to here, up to here, climb up this thing, go around it, scale the wall under it, and then jump like here to here to here and up. And if you fall at any point during this stupid thing, you go all the way back here.
Mm-hmm.
And when I beat that, I was screaming. I was just like, yeah! And Moon was like,
I don't know about you guys, but I think the platforming part was meh.
Yeah.
It was not that hard.
I mean,
Yes.
I had a hard time with it, but I'm not good at it at all.
No.
Like I'm very bad at platforming in general. And I can't recall the last time I played a first-person shooter platformer or first-person platformer, really.
I played Spyro and Crash, of course.
Yeah, but those are third-person.
But yeah, you're right. They're not first person.
I mean, I can't think of any first-person platformer I'd ever played before this. It wasn't bad. It was like I was ecstatic when I beat it because I was so bad. But I can't think of a game. I mean, no. So yeah, for me that was it. All right, so we did our questions. We did the pros and cons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to ratings. Umbra, 1 to 10. What are you rating this and why?
I'm gonna make so many Doom players just so upset with me. I'm giving this a 3.
Ooh. Wait, is that... What was your Magic Legends score?
2 or 3. It's right down there with it.
Oh.
I would not choose to play this at all. Like, as soon as you told me I was able to uninstall it, it was gone. I would not play this, and I think it's... As much I got so tired of the glory kills and the bugs I was having. I don't know if it's a controller game, whatever was going on. Like, I play with my controller in every game, so this is the only one I had trouble with it on. Just everything about it. The only good parts about it that I could keep up with was just the fighting parts, just the actual gunplay. Because everything else I just didn't like. If I want to collect stuff, I can play any game and collect stuff. So that wasn't a high point for me. And then the first person jumping, any 3D jumping, I don't like. That's 2D jumping, completely fine with. I can play Mario all day long. Perfect. And just the movement and the feel of this game. First person shooters are my most played genre. And I didn't like this. I hated almost every minute of it. After the first level, this was like torture to get through this game for the review.
Okay. Alright, I foresee lovely comments. Make sure to comment, viewers, about why you disagree with Umber's opinion. Alright, Louis!
8. Yeah, 8.
Okay, alright.
The game is ridiculously good. As soon as you get down how to play this game, you will feel ridiculously good. The sub design, graphics, and all of it is really good. But the gameplay itself, that is where the strength lies in it. I have my little bit of gripes. Even if you are a casual player, this will take some time to get used to. If you are a hardcore player, it's also going to take some time to get used to, because it is not the usual type of FPS shooter which you usually play. But as soon as you get it used to, you're going to have a good time. Challenging but good time, and do not play it harder than Hurt Me Plenty.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Alright, so you give that an 8. Alright, so we got a 3, an 8. Alright, Griff!
With the caveat of I have not done any of the multiplayer. Yeah, I'd say I'd give it an 8 as well.
Okay.
Because it just comes down to if this is the type of game you're looking for, then it is very good. It's just, if you're not looking for this type of game, well, you're very likely to not enjoy it very much.
Yeah. Makes sense. Alright. For me, this was hard. I wanted, amusingly, in my notes here, to give it an 8 or a 9. Because every time, like, when I first booted the game up, right, and the music started playing, and, like, got my chain gun going, and blood pumping, and it was great. But then that repetitiveness just, like, killed it for me, because I couldn't sit there and just delve into it for hours, which I get that's not going to be for everyone. Like, not everyone's going to play like that. But for people that do, I lost some points there. And then the multiplayer, I think it's good, but it could be better. And for me, an 8 is like, there's very few flaws. It's not perfect, but there's very few. So I'm going to put it at about a... okay. I'm torn. I'm torn between a 6.5 and a 7. 6.5 and a 7. 6.5 and a 7. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7 because This game got me to play it for 26 hours, which is the most amount of time I've put into any 1 week review game yet. So I'm giving it a 7. Despite its flaws, I will definitely be returning to this game. If a new Doom game comes out, I'm going to play it. I've never been inclined before this moment to be like, oh, a new game's coming out of Doom, let's go buy it. Now I'll actually be like excited for a new Doom game. So that to me says that after a week, I want more. And so, yeah, a 7. I think a 7 is good. A 7 is good. So that's going to be my final rating is a 7. So, now we are going to have someone math this out. So, we've got a 3, 8, 8, and 7. Can somebody add those all together and divide them by 4 for the community rating for Doom Eternal?
6.5.
6.5? 6.5! Alright! So, ladies and gentlemen, overall, that is the community rating. That is above average by a decent amount, and yeah, I had a blast with this one. But what did you think? Drop it in the comments below. What you thought on our opinions, pros, cons, all that, and just to say hi. Also, don't forget to like, and if you enjoyed the content and you want more reviews or random content of an assortment of different things in the future, subscribe and hit the little bell so you can get notified, and I can spam you with uploads. It'll be great. All right. Thank y'all for joining, and we will see you all next time here at The Night Show. Bye! Special thanks to our patrons, A Knight Errant, Ninth Pawn, Suboptimal Preservation Society, Louis41, Evil Gummy Bear, Hollowed Zen, AJ, Drew, Gravy Train, Kazlor, Anti, Blue Phoenix, and Shivi.